What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for June for all my Gemini Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of May 21st and June 20th, then you are a Gemini Sun sign, and this reading is for you. This reading is going to take a look at the past energies of the last month, the current energies, and the future energies, as well as what you can hold on to and let go of, and obstacles you're going to find in your way for the month of June, as well as the lessons you're going to learn. Now, this is a general overall spread for Gemini Sun signs, but if you want a more personalized spread, then hit the link in my description and head on over to my Etsy shop, where I can do a personalized reading just for you, where I tap in your specific energies. But as it stands, this is a general overall reading, and I'm going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot. So if you'll give me just a moment to shuffle the cards and ask the tarot deck the question, what can Gemini Sun signs expect in the month of June? Alright, it should do it. Let me cut the deck and deal out 8 cards. Alright, let's take a look what we have here. We've got a couple major arcana. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the cards one by one. I'm not seeing too much overall pressures exerted on you from outside sources, from just life in general. So most of this stuff is controllable. So let's do the reading and see what you can control. This first card here is the Six of Cups, and it represents last month's energy, so the month of May. I'm getting the feeling that May was kind of an emotional month for you guys, and there was a lot of nostalgia, a lot of maybe some old friendships returning, maybe some old energy returning, maybe some youth. Maybe a lot of you spent some time around kids, or more than usual. And I'm getting the feeling that it was a time for you to just kind of reflect and look back on your past. Is the gist I'm getting from this. The past is coming in strong from this card. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that a lot of you are dealing with things from your past, not necessarily positive or negative, so to speak. It's going to be different for all of you. This is a general reading, so you're going to have to figure out how it applies to your life. But yeah, energy from the past or energy from children, one of the two or maybe both mingling in together. So yeah, I get the sense that May was a time of reflection for you guys as far as the overall energies that you felt. This card here represents the present energies, and we've got the Five of Wands. I'm getting the feeling that you guys are a little bit conflicted right now. There's a lot of scattered energy pushing and pulling you from all different directions, and I get the feeling that it's kind of feeling like a whirlwind a little bit, that you guys are... This could be fighting internally, but it could also be from outside sources exerting pressure on you. It could probably be a combination of both, to be pretty realistic about it. So yeah, I'm getting the feeling that there's conflicted energy, and you're getting pushed and pulled in different directions right now. You're not really sure where to go. This might be a little bit of a confusing time for some of you, and you're not really sure of yourself. All the more reason to meditate, but that's just my personal opinion. That's not what the cards are saying. Yeah, conflicting energies. So I think you guys are gonna have to get your story straight this month, or see what you really want to see happen. Okay. This card here represents next month's energies, the energies of June. We got Cernunnos, which is the devil in the traditional tarot deck. Okay, I'm feeling that a lot of you are going to have some shadow aspects showing up. What is the shadow aspect in your life? I mean, we all have got a laundry list of shadow aspects that we've yet to heal. And I think a lot of those are going to be coming to the surface in the month of June. Whatever that your shadow aspect is, whether it's addiction or to food or drugs or people or whatever it is, or if you've got some negative energy swirling around your emotional body. I mean, it could be anything. Where is your shadow side expressing itself the most in your life? And I think that's what's going to happen, is it's going to kind of peek to the surface in the month of June and kind of rear its ugly head, so that you know that it's there, and so that you can do something about it. So this is not a negative thing. For a lot of us, we're unaware of our shadow aspects, our shadow side, and we don't really know it's there until it rears its ugly head and shows us itself. And only then can we kind of heal it, because if we don't know about it, if we don't understand it, then it's hard to really heal it. So don't see this as a negative thing, but I get the feeling that your shadow aspects are going to pop up in the month of June, and they're going to force you to look at them. So you can either recoil in horror, or you can be ready to take that look and that plunge. And if you do the latter, then you will be ready to make positive change in your life. This card represents what to hold on to for the month of June, and we've got the Wheel. This card is asking you to realize that things are always in motion, and if you're feeling great, it's not going to last. If you're feeling horrible, it's not going to last. It's peaks and valleys, my friends. Nothing is permanent on this great wheel that we're on, and sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, sometimes you're at the bottom, and a lot of the times we can't really control what's going on. And so it's best to ride the waves, be grateful for what you have when you have it, and be hopeful that things will change when you're at the bottom and you don't have what you want. So hold on to the idea that things are in a constant state of fluctuation, so that you don't get depressed when things don't go well, and you don't get overly attached when things are going great. Basically is what this card is asking you to hold on to this month, in the month of June. This card here represents the biggest hurdle you're expected to face in the month of June. We've got the Eight of Swords. And oh my, here comes the shadow self exerting its pressure onto you. The Eight of Swords is about creating a mental prison, basically, through your thoughts, through your negative ego thoughts that you tell yourself are true. You tell them to yourself so many times that they become a belief system. And I get the feeling that a hurdle for you guys is going to be to stay positive. When your shadow self rears its ugly head, you can look at it, like I said, in a positive way. It's ready. It's time for change, right? Or you can look at it as a negative thing that's going to really cause damage to your life. And so you really have to look at things in a positive way, so that you are not allowing negativity to spin out of control and create a prison for yourself out of your own thoughts and beliefs. So yes, that's going to be an obstacle for you guys, is maintaining your positive outlook on things this month, because you're going to need to stay positive when your shadow self shows itself. Okay, that was hard to say, but you get what I'm saying. So Nunos is coming in the month of June for a lot of you, and got to stay positive about it, because there's a positive aspect to everything, okay? This card here represents what to let go of in the month of June. We've got the King of Cups. Okay, this card is saying that let's not get too emotional. Let's dial it back a little bit. Let's look at things more logically, more analytically, and let's not get too involved in our emotions when our shadow side rears its head, Geminis, because just as having too many negative ego thoughts in your mind is a negative thing, so is being far too emotional and invested in your emotions and led around by your emotions. So be kind of balanced this month, and try not to get over emotional when things aren't going well, or when your shadow side does show itself, and that will prevent you from acting emotionally and acting impulsively. Because whenever we act impulsively, generally I think we're acting on emotion, and that, as you know, can get you into some deep waters. So let's not do that this month when the shadow side rears its ugly head, because it's going to require balance on your part if you're going to be able to extract the good, the positive aspect of it, like I was saying. This card here represents the people around you for the month of June. We've got the Nine of Cups. I get the feeling that the people around you are going to be jolly. They're going to be happy. They're going to be emotionally fulfilled, and they're going to be ready to offer you some emotional fulfillment. So, if you're feeling low at any time in June, I think seek out the company of the people in your life who you really cherish and value, because they're here to help you. They're here to uplift you. They're here to fill an emotional void. You've worked hard to foster these relationships, and when you're at your low point, I think you can expect them to be there for you, because you've always been there for them, right? So, I think the people around you are going to be a support group for you this month, and look to them for support if you feel that you need it, because that's what they're there for, and they're here to help you, and they want to help you because they're your friends and family. This card here represents the biggest lesson you're going to expect to learn in the month of June, and we've got the Two of Wands. Oh my goodness. So the Two of Wands is asking... Hold on just a second here. Okay, the biggest lesson is going to be moving forward in a productive way. When, I said that your shadow self is going to show its head, how are you going to handle that? Are you going to let it get you down, or are you going to let it open up a new door of healing? And this card is saying that your biggest lesson is going to be understanding that it's time for healing, and it's time to walk through a new door. It's time to start a new process of health and healing, and that's what your shadow side is here for. It's here to help you heal. Don't look at it as a negative thing. It's here to help you, and your biggest lesson is going to be remaining positive and seeing it in a positive way, and using that information, using that the shadow aspect of yourself to heal yourself. Right? That's what it's there for. It's there to help you understand what you don't like about yourself. Does that make any sense? I don't know. So let me put it all together now that we've seen all the cards and see what the overall message here is. Do a quick review. I get the sense that May was a time of reflection, looking back at past energies, maybe looking back at your own past and thinking about your own past, and maybe spending time with children is a possibility for some of you. Remember, this is a general reading, so it's very generally applying to a lot of different people. So for some of you, it's spending time with children, but I get the sense that for most of you, it's about looking back at your past and maybe spending time even with people from your past who you haven't seen in a while. But moving into the current energies, I get the feeling that there's a little bit of conflict, and you're kind of unsure of which way to move forward because there's a lot of energies pushing and pulling you in different directions. And but next month, moving into June, I get the feeling that your dark side is going to show itself. It's going to come out, and like I said many times, this is not a negative thing unless you want it to be. But take care that you're not going to do harm to yourself because of this. Look at it in a positive way and remain positive about it, and it will be a positive thing. What to hold on to is the notion that things will change. If they're not the way you want them now, they will change for the better in the future. You just got to hold on. You're on a wheel here that's always spinning like a Ferris wheel. And sometimes you're at the top and things are going great. Other times you're at the bottom and things look like they're never going to get better. But I guarantee you that wheel is spinning, and you're going to flip positions at some point. So keep that in mind as you're going through this month. If you're feeling really great, then realize it's not going to last. Be grateful for what you have while you have it. If things are going horribly, then know that things will turn around. Okay. The biggest lesson, the biggest obstacle is going to be in keeping yourself out of your own mental prison. Staying positive. You got to really stay positive in the month of June, Gemini. I really hope that you will, and not let yourself create a mental prison using your own thoughts, because that's not what we want. That's not what you want. It's going to be kind of damaging for you in the month of June if you're going to be feeling things negatively. If you're going to be looking at the world in a negative way, that's what the world is going to take on. It's going to take on the energy, because however you perceive things, that's what they are in your reality. What to let go of is over-emotional reactions, basically. Don't let your emotions run away with things. If things are going horribly, don't make any impulsive decisions based on emotional thinking. Be well-rounded. Make decisions from very well-rounded, logical, emotional, resourceful way, rather than just in an emotional way. So be sure that you're not reacting emotionally to things this month, because it looks like things are going to bubble to the surface this month, my friends. Let's not beat around the bush, okay? That's what the feeling I'm getting is. Things are coming out. And we'll see where that leads you, but stay positive, please. The people around you are going to be a support group. They're there for you. They're not going to be 100%, exactly what you want, but they're going to be what you need this month, and they're going to be there to give you emotional support and hold you up when you're feeling low, because that's what they're for, and they're going to be here for you in your times of need. So look out for those people, and don't take so much from them that they don't feel like it's being reciprocated, but definitely allow them to help you in this month. And then your biggest lesson is going to be to move forward from this month of June in a positive way that's going to open up a new door for you. It's going to take you into a new direction. Basically, what it's saying is your lesson is that you need to learn from your shadow self, is what I'm getting here. That's the overall gist of it, is you need to learn from your shadow self so you can move into a new direction. Move away from your shadow self. The shadow self is there to tell you what you do not want, what you don't like about yourself, so that you can change it. Alright, so that's going to be my general overall reading for Gemini this month of June. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. If you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, click the link in the description and head on over to my Etsy shop. Got a bunch of different readings there, and we can work together to pretty much solve any problem you have. The tarot is a fantastic resource for just illuminating things that were once hidden. So I hope you'll go check those out and maybe think about getting a reading for your own. Alright guys, so I want to thank you for watching. Leave a like if you got something out of this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions or you want to say something about it. Subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I do these bi-monthly, as well as a bunch of other videos sprinkled in throughout the month. So a lot to see there. So be sure to subscribe so you're up to date on all of that. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.